All right, John, welcome back for another 12 Days of Teardown Spotlight session. And today, I thought we'd take a look at Ridge Wallet. Now, my wallet just broke the other day, and I have not purchased a replacement yet. This one is a little bit non-traditional. I've definitely been looking at it. I've always had kind of leather wallets. I've had the Dockers one you get from Kohl's that fits in your front pocket with the little money clip. Like, I don't like the back pocket wallets. I need something fairly slim. But this one, which my internet is struggling to load right now, apparently, is a little unconventional. It's metal. They might have other materials, but I'm used to seeing the metal one, and it's kind of like a card clip. Like it is very much for the almost 2022, digital age. You don't even carry cash kind of thing, which kind of fits my lifestyle. But I like to have that money clip just in case you got a few bucks laying around. So I've got the website loaded up here. What's your reaction? We got a pop up. Again, we've said this the first couple of times here is like it's holiday season. Pop-ups are going to be happening. Discounts are going to be happening. That kind of stuff maybe is a seasonal element and not necessarily a staple of their representation. But, we got to look at what's in front of us here.
Yeah, look, I no shame in doing a discount on Cyber Monday. I think that, if there's an acceptable time to do a discount, it is now. But at the same time, I love how they say 15% off Cyber Monday. It's being like, this is the limited offer, and maybe we don't do this all year, but you also have to give your email address. We're not going to just give you the 15% off. That's the way this reads to me. So at that point, if I'm interested, I might click on this. However, I also see behind it in the top bar, they already give me the code. So then I'm like, I can just use Cyber 15 and get that already. Do I want to give you my email? Probably not. And I would bounce. So I think if you're going to do that, maybe, just maybe, don't give the code away in the header of your site.
Yeah, it cuts both ways. Like sometimes I'm like, the pop-up's great. Maybe I do want the discount. Maybe I don't want to commit to that yet, so I close it. Can I ever get it back? I think a lot of sites get that wrong. There is no way to get it back. There's no way to claim that after the fact. This is kind of the opposite error where it's like, I see how I can claim it, so I wonder how this is actually converting for them because, most folks I think are observant enough to see that these two things are married together and take care of that. And I think in a lot of ways, it's become a knee-jerk reaction to immediately close these regardless of what they say. Like a lot of folks I know that do online shopping don't even read these anymore. They just know what it is, and they know if they abandon a cart or something, they'll get the same offer, maybe even a better one. So I think we're getting pretty savvy to these pop-ups, but
it's also no longer Cyber Monday, so makes me wonder why this is still up. But hey,
that's right.
More power to them if they've extended the sale, right? I've seen half of my inbox today is, we decided to extend the sale, and it's okay,
right. Okay, so then let's see. First impressions here of the navigation in the hero section. One thing I'm seeing here, we're talking about this free shipping bar is what we call it. I know it's got a discount code in it right now, but that's not really high contrast. It's not drawing my attention. Like this bright blue would be way more compelling up there, or at least get my attention up there to take advantage of that. Maybe that's on purpose. Maybe you don't want everybody claiming the discount, but you've got it out there. And if it makes a difference between a sale and an abandoned cart, you might as well maximize the attention that's being paid there. So I think something other than black might be worthwhile, worth testing up there. The other thing I'm seeing here is like odd cutoff for a kind of a hamburger menu, right? Like I'm on desktop. I don't exactly have the window shrunken down, really, really narrow. So it is odd to cut that off on such a big device. I'm normally seeing that at like a tablet size or something like that.
Yeah. And is wallets not a product?
Yeah,
I guess I'm a little confused by that.
There's no drop down.
The labeling would be something I would definitely look into. I'm also not really a fan of the center aligned logo. When we do eye tracking, it's really, folks are used to seeing the logo in the top left corner. And when you move it like that, they immediately overlook the navigation and start looking for that logo because they want to make sure they're in the right place. So then what's going to happen is any of the items on the left there are likely not going to get seen, at least at the frequency that we would want folks to be engaging with that navigation. So what's going to happen is you're going to immediately go to the center of the page, see the logo, which is attracting their eyes, and then just go straight down to the message, which just says Cyber Monday site-wide sale. So as a brand, what happened in that split second is you've lost the opportunity to explain what products you sell and what the benefits are, because what you've done here is just show pictures of what could be wallets, but I I know Ridge sells wallets, but at the same time, a new to file customer coming in, you're missing the opportunity to really describe your products in any way or help them understand what the breadth of the product catalog includes. And then you get here and it's just Cyber Monday. And it's like, well, that doesn't tell me anything about what I'm looking at. So
yeah, that would be a better, probably for a landing page, like an ad pointing straight to a Cyber Monday landing page. This makes more sense. But as your home page where you're still getting some new to file customers based on organic search or other traffic channels, it's like you might want a little more context here. The other thing I'm seeing is like the search functionality I would expect to see over here with the rest of the icons. It seems like those things should be bundled together. And do customers need so much support that it goes in your main navigation? That's a little concerning, like that feels like footer material there to simplify this section. So that's what I'm seeing. And then let's take a look at this kind of slide out menu here. It looks like, so you've got home, Ridge wallets with different finishes, and then the products. Okay, we've got like a key ring, bags, phone cases. Yeah, so I would maybe call those accessories. I think these are all accessories. A wallet is a product, but most people don't think of I guess a wallet's an accessory if you sell apparel, right? But for a company that only sells wallets, the flagship product is the wallet. Yep. The accessories are everything that's not a wallet, basically.
Agreed, 100%. That's how I would do it. And I would honestly just have accessories as one, but also if you scroll back up, you could easily have 3 or 4 of these items, or aluminum, titanium, carbon fiber. Right. And then, premium could be underneath whatever one that fits in. Customized, you can, put underneath as well. But those don't need to be main navigation items. So at least then folks know, okay, I'm looking at metal wallets essentially, right? Not leather. And I think that really can help provide a little bit more context.
Yeah, I think this slide out menu is, you can fit way more in here than having multiple like mega menus dropping down from this horizontal layout. So I don't necessarily hate it from that perspective, but to your point, like you could definitely get 5 categories or segments of products up onto the main navigation, get rid of the support link, because it's also repeated right here, I see, with even more detail, like get 15 to $90. What does that mean? There's a lot of questions.
That's all stuff that's in the footer. It should be in the footer. That this entire, you said, I kind of like this because you can fit more in it. My challenge is exactly the opposite. I feel like it kind of gives brands a rope to hang themselves with, right? Meaning that if they have all this space, they're going to fill it. And that's exactly what it feels like happened here. Instead of putting support and brand and those items down in the footer where they're likely to be viewed, they've instead stuffed everything in here into the side nav. So
yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That's a fair point. Okay, so that's the menu. I will say this menu is way more compelling with the product photos. So if you were to bring a mega menu out here and have a drop down, bring those product photos as tiny little thumbnail icons, square icons, and the call outs. That would be beautiful, because that's all I need to do is.
Sorry. We did that for Snow Peak, and it performed extremely well.
Really? Okay, awesome. All I was going to do is like, all I need to see at a glance is this picture, and I know I want that finish, or I want that color, or something like that. Like I know I'm not flashy titanium like with this gradient, so just give me the black, aluminum or whatever. Definitely would love to see that tested. All right, so this is all oriented around Cyber Monday. I think it's maybe better suited for a landing page, but I understand if all your traffic's going to the homepage and this is a really time-sensitive offer, maybe it makes sense. But yeah, so we've got a countdown timer, 9 hours left, so that's interesting. And then it looks like
Cyber Monday, which ended yesterday. So
the Black Friday one ended on Sunday night, and then Cyber Monday started Monday night, and then maybe that Cyber Monday ends Tuesday night. I don't know. You get a full 24 hours or something. I'm not sure. But it looks like they've got a Cyber Monday kit.
Yeah, I like the fact they're doing a bundle here, and giving you 3 free items as part of the bundle, which is great. This is a great promotion that's not a dollar or percentage off. It does say 50% off shop now. I don't know if I would use that messaging, but that's essentially what they get, right? So,
yeah, I like the visual support here. The product photography is great. I don't know what Ridge Care is, so I'm not sure that's helping me along in this process, like using the branded term there, maybe just like lifetime guarantee would get the same message across in a way that I understand it if I'm not already familiar with Ridge wallets, like whatever the policy is behind Ridge Care, or like, no questions asked, repairs and support or something might be a better use of that space. I do like how they've got the strike through price here. That's kind of a best practice we see is like original price strike through $140. And then usually we like to see in parentheses, 50% savings or whatever the dollar amount savings in. Again, I don't do public math. We already said that earlier. But yeah, I don't dislike this lockup. I almost wonder if it should just be the hero section, right? Like here's our best offer for Cyber Monday. And then the secondary CTA would be like explore a gift guide or explore other options, whatever. That feels like it might be better suited up there.
Yeah. Interesting. I want to know more about the wallets, and I feel like I still don't know a ton about them. So
yeah. Let's see. Shop the classics. Okay. Interesting. I see some carbon fiber in there. The one thing I'm noticing is like a lot of these metals are dark, and this dark theme that they've got going for Cyber Monday, it's making it hard to really see what the finish, like how shiny is that? Is it matte? Is it polished? Whatever. Does it seem like it'd be smooth to the touch, or does it have some kind of like grit to it? Yeah. It's hard to intuit with all of the darkness going on here. Let's see. And then we've got, this is new. Okay. The Ridge key case. I mean, these are so similar, it's hard to call anything out, but I'm not sure why that's a secondary CTA button and this is a primary. It does kind of seem like that's color. Pretty low contrast. Like just fill that in the same way. Just, it
looks like somebody forgot to apply a CSS class just to that one button maybe, but right. 100% that should be filled in.
Yeah. Okay, so then let's see. Shop wallets. Okay, shop now. So that said shop wallets. This does not say shop key case or, something like that. Shop key rings. Bags. So this is just kind of category lockups basically, which is kind of interesting. I would say like effective, but unremarkable, right? Like there's nothing that's particularly grabbing my attention and making me want to go deeper here. But there's nothing wrong per se with how they're using this space, right? And laying these things out. This is kind of interesting. Like this does a better job of telling me what you sell than your main navigation. It's just like, here are the 4 different categories you can shop through.
Yeah. Actually putting that as your main navigation could be a good option. So that is something I would consider. But looking at the footer, I don't mind the footer very much. I think they're void of contact information, and social is not contact information. You need to put that list out here of how to get a hold of people. They do have contact us under support. It's kind of buried. It's the last item, but listing out their address, ideally a phone number and email address would be key. And I would also, move the social and the copyright and everything over to the right under the logo. Just move all of that over there, and then you put your shop items first. Maybe even include the same icons you have right above next to the shop icons there. That could be helpful. And then, overall, I think the only other thing is the newsletter. Really, nobody's going to sign up. I doubt they're getting a lot of signups from that because it doesn't really tell you what you're signing up for. So they're missing the 3 items here, which is set expectations about how often you're going to email people, what content they're going to get, and then what you're going to do with their email address, right? So tell them, sign up for our newsletter for exclusive product releases, or be the first to hear about product releases, emailed no more than once a month, or whatever you email them, and then we'll never sell your email address. That's all you have to say. And I bet that would increase conversions there dramatically.
Yeah, I'm in agreement there. One thing I'm noticing under the Explore tab here is like I'm very confused in what the difference between ambassador and affiliate and get $50 to $90 is. I'm not sure which one of those would apply to me. Like I like free money, so do I just have to send you a friend? But like, how is that different from ambassadors and affiliates? So that's a little confusing to me. But perhaps more importantly, like I saw the store locator item here, and especially this time of year, it might be worth having a dedicated section with an interactive Google Maps type of feature that shows the stores or like lets me enter my zip code in because, I'm not a last minute shopper, but a lot of folks are. And so if I want to get this quickly, or if I need to get this quickly, I'd like to at least have the option to figure out if it's at a Dick's Sporting Goods, a Gander Mountain, something like that, a Cabela's near me, and I could just run down the street and get it today. I know that takes a little bit of money out of the pockets of the Ridge team, but you'd rather have that sale than no sale at all, right? And so maybe this time of year, since we're already going all in on the Black Friday, Cyber Monday, holiday buying, effort here for the homepage, why not have the store locator up here somewhere where it's like, find out if it's available near you or whatever like that, and then send us your receipt and we'll let you claim the 15% off code or something. I don't know, whatever you want to do. But that did feel like maybe there's an opportunity for that to be on the homepage, especially this time of year, since we're going all in on this seasonal kind of gift buying effort. But yeah, my general thought on this is like, clearly a decision has been made that we're driving a bunch of ad traffic or whatever we're doing sponsorships, we're sending a bunch of traffic to the site. We want this all to be around our best offer for Black Friday or Cyber Monday. And so whether or not you disagree with that, like I think the page itself is doing a fine job of kind of presenting the best offer they have right now. I think it's doing well enough at sharing kind of the categories, but there's no differentiation, right? There's no value proposition. There's no education. Like the Ridge wallet is a fairly novel concept. It's something that like if I showed it to my uncle or a cousin of mine or something, they'd be like, whoa, what's the deal with that wallet? It's made out of metal. Like, how does it work? How are you sure that things aren't going to slip out of it? Oh, it's got screws in it. Like you need a tool to keep this thing tight. Like what's going on here? And for me, I don't have what I need to tell that story to somebody else. So I don't really have what I need to like make an informed buying decision versus what's already in my pocket. Right.
Right. Yeah. I agree. And, all in all, I mean, as somebody who's looking for these wallets, tell me what's your initial take on this now that we've been through this page?
Yeah, I mean, I already knew about the Ridge wallet from before, and I always thought it was interesting, but I don't know all the details. Like wallets can do a lot of things these days. I've seen wallets that have like multi-tools that kind of flip out, and they've got a screwdriver and a ruler and a nail file and whatever else in there, kind of like a Swiss Army knife. Does this do that? Like, I don't know, So in this moment, when I'm actively looking for a wallet replacement, I wouldn't really know where to go to find that information. I think what I would probably do is like at a glance, do they even have a finish that I would like to use? Like I'm used to having a leather wallet and I don't want anything super flashy like this kind of oil can or this oil spill gradient vibe here. But like I could get away with a carbon fiber or a brushed aluminum or something like that. But from these pictures alone, it's hard to tell, like, is this back one blue? Is it black? Is it gray? Like you've got these lighting and accents and like, it just makes it tough to really make an informed purchasing decision. And I guess the only job of this site right now is to get me one step further in the purchasing process, which is like explore the wallets. So would it do that? Like, yeah, maybe, but I'm certainly not like, and I'm glad I didn't see an add to cart button anywhere here, except for this might functionally be add to cart, even though it says shop now, like that might just put it in your cart. But yeah, I was glad not to see that because I don't think there's enough information here to go ahead and throw something in my shopping cart and check out. So it has to be explore, go one step further, go to a category page or go to a product detail page and then make your decision. So I think that was a savvy play on their part. Do I have enough information to go whole hog into buying one of these? Absolutely not. Like, I don't even know how much a wallet costs. There's a little bit of that messaging over here, if I remember correctly. So I can kind of see a price point, but in terms of the homepage, like none of that's going on outside of this bundle. Like it doesn't say wallets starting at $75 plus or anything like that, or the Ridge key case. You could probably give an actual price here. So, just little things like that. I don't know that I would follow on with a purchase right now. I might go explore and try to like learn a little bit more, but it just feels like I shouldn't have to work that hard to answer my own questions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And the whole goal of this page should be to get people to the next step in the funnel, but it's really hard to understand what that next step should be. Based on what are your options? Where do you even start with the next step? Right. So, I totally understand that.
Yeah.
But yeah, this has been great.
Yeah. Thank you for your time and expertise as always. And, maybe when we sign off here, I'll go do some digging. I'll see what I can do. Okay. Somewhere on their site, I'm hoping they have a site like why this is better than your traditional leather wallet that gets worn out in a year. Like this has a lifetime guarantee or whatever. There should be some kind of like us versus them messaging here. I'm going to go see if I can find it. So as always, John,
that's a great point. All these credit cards now are metal and they all rip apart your wallet. So why not have a metal wallet?
Right.
Fight metal with metal. So there you go.
Maybe it'll cause a spark.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, John, thank you so much for your time and expertise. And we'll look forward to doing another one of these with you real soon.
All right. Looking forward to it.